In the year 1980X, disaster struck the Corpior nuclear facility. The government attempted to sweep the incident under the rug, but its effects spread until they could no longer be ignored. An exclusion zone was established, and all civilians and personnel were evacuated immediately. But humans weren't the only things affected by the incident's fallout. Years later, you have been volunteered by faceless government functionaries to enter the exclusion zone and eliminate this threat once and for all. Accomplish your mission and live to tell the tale, or die a hero of the people. Either way, watch out for toilet spiders.
Well, excuse me? Well, hello everybody, and welcome to a game called Toilet Spiders. You would have seen the introduction, and it's fun. Idea came from, well, a guy called Steve, created this game. And the idea for the game came from his daughter, saying how funny it would be to scare grandmother with a spider that came out of a toilet. Hence, the game. Now, I haven't volunteered, but apparently I have. So, yes. So I find... Do I have a flashlight? No. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, Geiger count. Okay, he is... Oh, wow. That's cool. Note. Read document. Yeah. Immediate evacuation order. This facility is now within an active exclusion zone, which is where I am, oh dear. There will not be a second warning. Right, I doubt there will be unless somebody wrote a second warning on another bit of paper saying this is actually a second warning. I'm sorry, we lied. So, right, okay. There is commentary on this. Oh, there we are. Right, okay. Resume. Ah. Oh! Right, what do I do? Do I click that or... Oh, I do.
Hey everybody,
Ooh.
I'm Steve and I made this game.
Hello,
and you
Steve.
are in commentary mode. In commentary mode, you'll find nodes just like this one, and when you activate them, I'll tell you a little bit about the game, about its inspirations, how it works, how it was made, and other little fun tidbits. So take a look around, and I will see you at the next one.
Cool, okay. Ah, so that... Oh, I see another one, and it's spinning. Ooh, okay. And then it stops spinning when you get... Ah, clever. Okay.
So this is a game about giant spiders jumping out of toilets onto your face and killing you.
Cool.
So where did the idea for such a game come from? One might be surprised, or might not, that the answer is a 5-year-old. My 5-year-old daughter, at one point, she was in the bathroom, and she called out to me, Daddy, wouldn't it be funny if a spider came out of the toilet and scared Grandma? Because her grandma is very frightened of spiders. And, you know, I was in brainstorming mode for Fullbright Presents game ideas. And so, of course, my first thought was, well, that could be a game. And now here you are. Sorry about that.
Thanks. Is there any order? I picked up a light bulb. Whoa. Left mouse. What? Oh. Okay, I did a thing.
So, at its heart, Toilet Spiders is a resource management game. There is randomness in where the resources are placed, but you always get the same amount. And there's randomness in which toilet a spider is going to be in. And so it's about maximizing your odds of surviving by determining when and how to use your resources. And the 3 main resources that you actually use actively are the Geiger counter, the light bulbs, and the flash grenades. how do these three things work together to support the core experience of the game? Basically, one thing that's important to know is whether there is a spider present in any of the toilets in the room you're currently in. So the Geiger counter tells you this room is not safe. Or if the Geiger counter isn't going off, it tells you the room is safe. It gives you feedback that you have successfully removed all of the spiders from the room, and you're safe to open the remaining toilets. I also wanted some way for the player to be able to neutralize spiders, but for it still to be based on chance and odds management. So you can throw a light bulb at a toilet, and if a spider is in it, it gets scared away, and that toilet becomes safe. So you are determining the likelihood that using this light bulb will be a good use of resources, because when you throw it, it might or it might not help you. So you're taking a chance whenever you use that. And then the flashbang is a fallback weapon. It was inspired in a lot of ways by like the backup knife and backup grenade in the Resident Evil remake on GameCube, where you basically have an extra life in your pocket. If you do open the wrong toilet and you have a flashbang, it's a get-out-of-jail-free card, but you've now expended the resource. And this is the central dynamic within the game, is you look at a set of toilets, the Geiger counter is going off, you know that there's a spider in one of them. The question is, if you have a flashbang, do you just start opening them and see if it goes off? Or do you use a light bulb when you know it could just be one toilet out of 3 is dangerous, or you wait until there's just 2? And as you go, you're trying to, I hope, develop a strategy about when it makes the most sense to use the resources you have, and indeed when it makes sense to just walk straight out of a room if you don't have enough resources and go explore and scavenge more before you come back to take your chances.
Okay. So yeah, so my Geiger counter is going off. Oh, that looks very spidery. Okay, so I have a light bulb, so if I do... Jesus, okay, well, nothing in there. Can I use... Right. How spiders work. Okay, hang on a minute. So I just... Is that the music, or is that a spider walking around? Okay, tell me more.
You are now in your first spider-infested bathroom.
Yay!
Why are there toilets with spiders in them, and how do they work?
Yeah.
When my daughter gave me the idea for a game about spiders coming out of toilets, my initial thought was it being an even smaller game, and it would be totally random. It would be like, you have to open a lot of toilets, and sometimes there's a spider in one, and that's the whole game. And at some point I realized that I felt like there was potential for an actual game there, if you were able to have some control over the odds that you would actually encounter a spider. You would have ways to avoid them. There would be different actions you could take that would impact the outcome. So what I arrived at was there is one spider for every 3 toilets in a room. If there's only one toilet in a room, then it's just a coin flip as to whether there's one in it or not. But if there's 3 toilets, there's 1 spider. If there's 6 toilets, there's 2 spiders. And the game becomes about minimizing your chances that you'll actually get gotten by one. At the beginning of every full playthrough, not every time you die, but every time you start with 3 volunteers, the placement of the toilets in each bathroom is randomized. And then after that point, they are consistent throughout the rest of the run, but you can't just memorize which spider is in which toilet for each playthrough.
Right. So Steve is telling us that everything is randomized. So if you die, the gameplay isn't the same. You can't go up to a toilet and say, "Oh, I know that spider's in there." It's completely randomized. Okay. So I've used a light bulb on here, no spider. So now I have a 50% chance now that spider's going to be in. Okay, so I'll go... Well, let's try this. Ooh, a key! Well, okay, I'm not going in that one then. Yeah, moving on. Oh, left click to do that. Okay, cool. So, Right. Where am I now? Oh, what's this? Oh, a map. Okay, so I am here. So, barracks, courtyard, medical office, infirmary. Okay, there's toilets. And I imagine these are toilets up here. It's just been ripped out. Okay. Lo-fi.
There's been a movement over the last few years of indie games that have very intentionally relied on the aesthetics and the technological constraints of 3D games from maybe the mid to late 90s to very early 2000s. Games that have really inspired me and that I've been excited about have included Dusk and Iron Lung, Buckshot Roulette, Murder House, and Stay Out of the House by Puppet Combo, and a lot of other small, weird games that, to varying degrees, recall the visuals of games like Quake 1, the original Resident Evil, and the original Metal Gear Solid, even maybe something like Shenmue. And that really appeals to me, both as a player. I have nostalgia for that time, but I also think that you can make it look really good. And because things being low poly, lower resolution, makes games like this much more producible by a solo developer. So I was really thrilled to be able to teach myself how to make a game that looks like this and has this feel, and I'm planning to continue to use this as a base with future Fullbright Presents games.
That scared the living shit out of me, that did. Okay. So... Okay, yeah, big development over the years of indie games. Okay, now can I... Okay, that's locked. Okay.
Toilet Spiders is a Unity game, like all Fullbright games. I've been working in the Unity engine almost daily for the last 12 years, so it's kind of a natural choice of how to continue. But no Unity game is complete by just downloading vanilla, Unity editor. A lot of functionality tends to come in through assets from the Unity Asset Store. One that I really relied on because when I started this project, I had no programming experience. Some people might argue that C# scripting is not really programming, but it's more programming than I've ever done, and I needed a base to start from. So I used this Unity Asset Store asset called the First Person Exploration Kit. It's basically a set of tools that you can use without needing programming knowledge to create an experience like Gone Home or Firewatch or the Stanley Parable. It has all of the foundational mechanics of, moving around in first person, interacting with things, reading notes, playing audio diaries, and obviously over the course of developing Toilet Spiders, I changed almost everything and developed it further into what the game was looking for. But as someone who was learning while building, the First Person Exploration Kit was an incredibly helpful place to start from. I also used the Rewired package, which I think most Unity games that want controller support have used for years now. It did make all that really straightforward, and it also gave me access to some of the fun stuff that I did in later updates after the early access launch to support controller vibration, and also if you're using a DualShock 4 or a DualSense controller, there is controller light feature support. So the light on your controller starts glowing and flickering when you get into a Geiger zone, and your Geiger counter is going off and stuff like that. That was really fun to hook up. Only seems to work on desktop. I think that something about how the Steam Deck handles controller hardware means that Rewired can't find the controller light, but if you're playing this on desktop and you have a PlayStation controller handy, check it out.
Clever. Okay. So whenever this Geiger counter goes off, your PlayStation controller would light up. That's... Okay. Ooh.
This little sweetie down here is my cat, Delicious.
Oh, right. Hi.
She has been in every Fullbright game. She was in the cat Easter egg in Gone Home. She was on a can of cat food in Tacoma, and now she is a cover model in Toilet Spiders.
I've got Tacoma.
This year, Delicious is 20 years old. She's been with me through it all, and she's still kicking. She's doing great, and fingers crossed this won't be her last Fullbright title that she gets to appear in.
Ah. What up, Delicious? Okay, here's the problem. So this is all randomized. Now, I have a flashbang, so I don't have a light bulb. So if I find a spider in one of these, does the flashbang go off automatically? Let's try it. Well, now got a 50-50% chance that it's going to be this one. Yeah, pull it, pull it, pull it! Scheiße. Okay, so we know this one's good. Alright. Wow, okay. Love that. Right, what are you saying about... I got jump scared.
What we have here is a textbook example of environmental storytelling, something you'll be familiar with from other Fullbright games, other immersive sims, you know, most games where you control a character that's moving through what is supposed to be some sort of lived-in fictionalized space. In this case, it's kind of got all the techniques in one place, more or less. You have a recognizable environment. It's a, you know, barracks with a bunk bed here. There is this blood trail that draws you from a starting point to an ending point, and most environmental storytelling isn't really complete without some sort of text element. It's why you see so many pieces of, you know, graffiti on the wall that tell you what you're supposed to know about the scene. In this case, along with the bed, the floor, the wall, and the open vent, there's a note that's been left behind from the perspective of the person who is presumably dragged away by a spider into the vents. And then if you get the scare moment that happens here on a random roll, I'll talk about those elsewhere, you'll even see some remains fall out of the vent, kind of wrapping everything up.
Yeah, that got
Toilet
me.
Spiders is not heavy on environmental storytelling. Part of the intent was for the place to feel very abandoned, like it had been totally cleared out and left for years. But there are a few places where it was fun to be able to have one of these very pulpy environmental storytelling moments for the player to put together and add up.
You got that right. I haven't even looked at this yet. So we got 3 toilets in there. We got a Geiger counter going on. I saw a spider go this way here. Before I tap that, I'm just gonna have a look around. I still don't have a flashlight, but it's quite bright as it is. Okay.
I am pretty enamored of the visual style that I drew from for this game. Personally, I love how it looks, and it's not just a nostalgia thing. There's something that I like about the straightforwardness of, you know, being able to see the square pixels on the texture, seeing the dithering in the lighting. It's something that I think is conversant with the medium itself, not to get too high-minded about it, but something like in the late 19th, early 20th century, when photography became widespread and painters had to start working in a way that really emphasized the medium of the paint itself, you know, being able to see the strokes and the material that the picture was made of and not trying to hide that a painting was a painting. In the same way, I love that you can see in the visual style of a game like this that video game graphics are made of pixels, individual squares of color that end up creating a fuller image of what they're intended to present. I really like the simplification of the forms with the lower poly models that don't try to hide that these are, you know, collections of vertices and polygons that are meant to represent concepts from the real world, but in a more abstract way, and instead embrace that and allow the player's mind to fill in the gap between what they're seeing and reality. I just really enjoy working in that space, and I'm glad that I've been able to actually learn how to put that on screen in a way that I think and I hope is satisfying.
Okay, this is... Oh, that's the other side of that, so that joins on. Okay, there's a document here. Medic report. More of the men are reporting to infirmary. Vomiting... I thought they said vomiting snakes. Vomiting shakes, classic signs of radiation sickness. The upper echelon told us we're outside the affected zone, but I'm starting to feel it myself. Some of the men have reported auditory and visual hallucinations too. Scuttling in the walls at night, shadows moving. We need to get out of here. Whoa. Okay. So we've learned a lot so far, so... The visualization, yes. So we can see, like, the squares and the sort of... What do you call it? Mini pixels here. And then as you sort of get further away, it looks more smooth, but then you get closer, you can see it. It's clever. I need more light bulbs. I'm in a bit of a... What is that? Is that a frog? No, it was a... I don't know. And also the doors, when they open, they're sort of like slow and very Resident Evil kind of esque. And then open sort of quickly afterwards. Okay, so this is all... Okay, hang on. What are you telling me? Randomization. Ah. Oh, hang on. Oh, you're in there. You're clear. Oh.
In a lot of ways, Toilet Spiders is all about randomization.
Right.
It's a run-based game.
I think that's clear.
You're not supposed to be able to complete it the first time that you play. My hope is that it takes a few times to learn kind of the rules and come up with a strategy that allows you to survive maybe by the skin of your teeth. And that wouldn't work if all the resources and all the spiders were always in the same place every time you played. But there's a lot more randomization that maybe isn't as obvious, especially if you only play the game through a few times. The kind of creepy background sounds that you hear, those are all randomized there on random timers. Whether you encounter certain scare moments is randomized every time you play. When you do get killed by a spider, which attack it does to you is random. Even in a game that is relatively as static and straightforward as Gone Home, in that game, the timing of the lightning and thunder was randomized. It was really important to me that there not just constantly be background music in that game, so you could have some quiet time alone with the house, and the time between the music track playing and starting up again, that was randomized. To me, randomizing all the elements that you can is central to the game having an organic feeling. Even if you can't put your finger on it, there's something dynamic happening under the surface at all times. So whenever I'm able to make something less static, make it a little bit more unpredictable, even if you're only going to detect it subconsciously, that's something that I always try to go for.
And you have. See, I'm reckoning that one's clear. I think it's in there. This is going to catch me out, isn't it? Okay, do it. Clear. Let's try... No! Bugger. Ugh. Oh, my ears. And eyes. So now I have a 1, 2, 3... 1 in 4 chance. Again, it's probably 50-50. Yeah, kind of. Well, 1 in 4. That one of these toilets has a spider in it. Which means I have a problem. So let me just go back, because there was a 1 toilet. Oh, is that... No, okay. So... Oh, yeah. Oh, frick. Okay. So, can't go in there. That's locked. I need a key. Was there a 1 toilet thing in here? No, they're all done. Yep. Oh. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, it's clear. Okay. That was kind of risky. So, now... Okay. Unless there's something on the ground here. Yeah, I can hear the spiders. Can I go? No. Oh, I can't jump. Right, so my only optional choice now is... Okay, we're clear. So, we've got 3 now. That's the one I didn't like. That's the worst one. Clear. 2 chances. Go. No! Bollocks. That was just a spider leg. Oh, I see. Oh, these don't... okay. That's clever. So the commentary doesn't sort of reinitialize. Oh. That's interesting. Bollocks. 1 volunteer remains. Right. Okay. I need more tools. I need a... Ooh. Okay. Oh, is that where I died? No. That's not where I died. Okay. There's got to be something in here. Light bulb? Give me a light bulb. Give me anything. Okay. Something... I like this so far. And thank you, Steve, for guiding me thus. Oh, these spiders are running around. Oh, hang on. Oh, so I haven't died. Oh, so I thought it was resetting everything as you die. Oh, so it's still giving me chances. Ah. That's why I can't find anything. Right. So as soon as my 3 volunteers are up... Oh, shit. That's it. So now... Basically I'm dead. Because there's no light bulbs. There's no more flashbangs. That... What was that? What am I looking at? It's the assets loading in the... is there anything in these that I missed? No. Oh. Oh! Ah, so you interesting. So you drop the items. It was clear. So if we die now, those toilets are not going to be the same. Right, so where were those other toilets? I think they were back in here. There were 3, I think. Yeah. Oh my god, look at the Geiger counter as well. It's like covered in blood. I'm gonna have to go for it because I haven't got anything. Oh! Nice, moving on. Hopefully that's for this. Oh yeah! Alright, moving on, baby. Cool, right. Okay, we've got commentary now. Please be something. Oh, flashbang. Nice. Was there anything more up here? No doors? No. No. Light bulbs? No. Okay, so where am I now? Ooh. Okay, early access. Go.
Bullet Spiders is Fullbright's first early access game. The game launched in Steam Early Access, and a lot was added to the game after its initial release. Some were features I had planned, but that weren't crucial for kind of a 0.1
version of the game. Others were features that were requested or suggested by the early community of people that played the early access version. That includes these physical maps that are now in the main thoroughfare on the two main floors of the facility. There are also a lot of quality of life and usability features that have been added to the options to help people who have motion sickness. A lot of this stuff, the maps and the motion sickness features and a few other things, were recommended by Merrick Monroe, who is a Portland person that I've kind of been an acquaintance of for quite a while. And she played the earliest version of this. It was released and sent really useful feedback. And then there's been other information that's come from the Steam discussion forums, the Steam reviews. I added the intro sequence and outro sequence and more notes and the scare moments, partly because of comments that I received that people wanted more story, more world building, more richness to the environment and things to find. It's been a really cool experience going through the early access process, and there's a lot of stuff in the game that wouldn't be there if it weren't for early access players. So if you played the game between when it was released in early access and when it hit 1.0, thank you so much.
No, this is the first time I played it, so... Right, so light bulbs, you can actually just pick them up from the lights. Okay. Let's read this document. General Antonov. This facility has been outfitted with an overload switch for a reason. Just such a circumstance as we find ourselves in now. Evacuation is insufficient. We must cleanse this place to the bedrock. There is no other way to contain them. Ignore me at your own peril. There will be no one to help you once they are crawling into your bedroom. Sergei Kruschenkin, I think? Science team lead. Okay. Yeah, so he said focusing a little bit more on... Yes! Focusing a little bit more on story and functionality there. That's nice. Hang on a minute. I don't want to skip to the end here. As in, skip a... What am I trying to say? Like, the order of, commentary. Here we go.
How do the keys work, and how do the coins work?
Right.
Obviously, to get to the next area of the game, you have to find the key that's hidden in one of the toilets somewhere in the area that you're currently in. But
right.
I didn't want which toilet the key was in to be left up to total random chance. I didn't want this game to feel so random that you could just luck into opening the first toilet in the entire area and it just has the key in it. So there is a counter under the hood that is keeping track of valid toilets, ones that don't have spiders in them, that are accessible to the player, that haven't been opened yet, and is comparing that to a quota of the minimum number of valid toilets in the section of the game that need to be opened before the key will be placed in any of them. And then the coins, what are these coins and why are they here? Basically, I wanted to give the player a reason to open a toilet, even if it's one that they've already hit with a light bulb and scared a spider away from. Because logically, there's no reason to open that toilet. If you've played the game enough, you know that if a spider was in the toilet, then the key is not going to be in there. So if you hit it with a light bulb, you might as well just ignore it. And I came up with this idea of, what if, specifically when you scared a spider away, there was a chance that they would leave something valuable behind. And what I came up with was the lucky coin. The name gives you a hint that this is going to help your run in some way, but I wanted the specific mechanics of it to be kind of mysterious until you figure them out on your own through observation and kind of repeated playthroughs. What happens when you pick up a coin is it finds a spider toilet somewhere else in the level, opens it, removes the spider from it, makes it safe. So if you're ever playing and you find an already opened toilet in a bathroom that you haven't explored yet, that's because you picked up a coin earlier in the level and it opened that toilet and removed that spider for you, making your run safer and more survivable as a bit of a bonus for having used one of your light bulbs and successfully scared a spider away earlier.
Interesting. Okay. Right, let's have a look. So I've got a light bulb. So, okay, we know that's fine. Okay. Oh man. What do I need? Anyway. I need a key for that. Okay. Maybe. Do I not have another light bulb? Oh, I don't. I have 2 flash grenades. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to use... Oh, I haven't even looked in here yet. Hang on. Oh. Well, this is different. Light bulb? No. Document. Official security complaint. As part of my sanctioned personal effects, I brought my prized rare coin collection with me on my posting. This evening, after my shift, I entered my quarters to find my coin collection was missing. The door to my quarters was still locked, so the thief must be someone who has a facility's key. I hate to point fingers at our comrades, but there is one amongst us who is not to be trusted. I expect a full investigation to be undertaken and my property returned to me without delay. Okay, so missing coins. We've got ventilation. Okay, no light bulb there. Oh, I just remembered on the map. Is this barracks? This. Oh, well, that's good. I got 3 of those and a light bulb. Yes. Oh, pick up book. Oh. Centizidae. What? A small family of Nigalomorph spiders, okay, is notable for its unique habit of constructing burrows with a characteristic cork-like trapdoor. Hello? These trapdoor spiders, that's what they're called. Because I've just played Huntsman. That's what they are fashioned from a combination of soil, vegetation, and silk, creating a concealed entryway that allows, the spider to ambush, unsuspecting prey from below. Certain species within the family have been observed to enhance their trapdoor burrows by placing bait, such as food, nesting materials, or other valuables that might attract prey. Interesting. Okay. Hello. Aw, delicious. Cool cat. Spider. What? Spider karate?
My daughter had a feature request from very early in Toilet Spider's development, and as of the 1.0 release, there is a 1 in 100 chance that when you die, you will encounter this much requested feature. I will let Juniper tell you a little bit about it. What was your idea for how a spider should kill you in the game?
Do karate.
Oh yeah?
Huh.
What kind of noises does it make when the spider does karate?
Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for giving me the idea for the game. High five.
Aw. Cool. Okay, so... Oh, I really want to find that now. Is it going to be one of these? I hope so. Trouble is now I've got flashbang, so it's going to avoid that. Aw. Hello. Spat all over my microphone. Oh, document. General Antonov. At this time, your duty remains to uphold your post and continue the crucial work your charges undertake for the homeland. If at any point you or your underlings are endangered by the expansion of the zone or its unforeseen side effects, you will be informed with sufficient forewarning to safely evacuate. Until such a time, we trust you will continue upholding your duty, avoiding any unfortunate consequences to your long and respectable career. Home Office Adjutant, First Class Official Communications. Right. Who's this? Oh, no, that's a light bulb. Don't know. Right. So, okay, let's... Oh. Oh, we got another door here. Okay. Nothing in there. Ooh. Oh no, it's a towel. Well, this room looks fun. Yeah. Okay.
The development cycle for Toilet Spiders was exceedingly quick. I had worked on a number of prototypes and stuff like that before I settled on going forward with Fullbright Presents and making this the first title, but from day one of kicking off actual work on Toilet Spiders to it being available in early access was only 3 months, and then another month to 1.0 and the commentary track that you're listening to now. It's a huge difference compared to working on a larger game that can take well over a year, sometimes many years, from start to completion. It felt really good to get something from just an idea to people playing it out in the world in such a short amount of time. And it's something that really attracts me to the Fullbright Presents concept, not being too precious about any one concept. Finding something, getting to its essence, making it playable, getting on screen, getting it out into the world, seeing what people think of it, and then having the chance to make more without it being a presidential term or two between ship dates.
Roger that. Okay, what are we saying here?
In many ways, this game is a departure from other Fullbright games.
What was that?
There are a lot of clear differences. For one, you can die. There are fail states. You encounter other living creatures in the actual game with you. It's a chance-based game. It's a run-based game. It has a different visual aesthetic, this lo-fi 3D approach. But in other ways, it also has a lot in common. I think there's a similar sense of solitude and unease. There's a focus, obviously, on exploring in first person, finding notes, and environmental storytelling. Every Fullbright game has toilets and a commentary mode. But what I'm doing with Toilet Spiders is fundamentally a departure, and I hope that future Fullbright Presents titles will be even more different from what's come before.
Okay, so expanding his horizons and moving on to different ventures. I don't like this. There was a spider in here. I did see it. It went that way. Hang on. Oh god, there's more. Ooh.
While Toilet Spiders was in early access, one of the things that people called out was wanting more story content, more events, more things to happen in the world as they were exploring, and it brought to mind, for me, the concept of the Scare Pass. It's something that when I worked on Bioshock 2, the creative director of that game, he had been a level designer on Bioshock 1, and he talked about how one of his jobs close to when Bioshock was going to ship was to work on a Scare Pass for the first couple of levels, to put in little events that maybe the player will notice, maybe they won't, but scripted moments that were spooky, that were a jump scare, that were something that kept the player engaged as they were poking their nose into the different corners of the level. And it was funny because it was something that I had also been assigned on my first level design job, which was on Fear Perseus Mandate, an expansion pack for the Monolith game Fear. I had been assigned going through the campaign and adding scare moments throughout. So that came back to me, and I did a pass of adding these randomized scripted moments, one of which you may have just encountered here, but if you see a spider outside of a toilet crawling around the environment and then scuttling away, if you saw a skull and ribs fall out of a bloody vent, or a duct over your head rattling and shaking as a spider crawled through it, those are all moments that won't occur every single time you play through, but they were all added as part of this post-early access release pass to add more life and unpredictability to the world as you explore it, and not just when you were trying to decide which toilet to open, which one would be safe, and which one might kill you.
Sweet, yeah. This is so loud. So, yeah. Okay, I've already encountered. Okay. I've got one light bulb. Not that one. Okay. Right, they're clear. Do these count? No. So we know there's a spider. in that one. So we got three. Three? Yeah, we got three. So I got three flash grenades, so I can afford to go here. Nothing. Ah! Ah! Freaking hell. Okay. So, this room is clear. Where was the other bit? Oh. Was it here? Yeah. So I got 2 flash grenades left, so I can afford to have 2 of these, preferably not contain spiders. So I'm going to go with the middle one. Middle's clear. Ah! Break. Flash warning. Try here. Okay, this room is clear. Roger that. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. So, can I take light bulbs from these? No. Okay. Right, have I completed down here? Is that... No, I've took that from there. Light bulb gone. Have I done in here? No, I haven't done it here. Shit. Ah! I've done in... Oh, this is... Okay. Is there nothing here? Light bulb? No. I think I took that from there. Ah, right. Okay. I'm gonna go for it. Ah! Can I turn away as that's going off? Or am I just stupid? I have no flash grenades and 1 volunteer left. Okay. So... I really want Steve to continue his commentary, so... I'm a bit worried if I die, it all resets, but then I suppose I can ignore all this up to a point. If that goes again. Or spins or whatever. So we got... So this is where I started, but there's no... There's nothing else around. I'm gonna have to take a risk. See if there's a light bulb somewhere. Can I steal that? No. Oh. Oh wait, no, I did that. Okay. Nothing there, is there? Okay, I might have to start taking risks. I don't want to. Let's have a look here. So you got fluidics, executive. Okay, I've been there. Reactor, yup. So that door's locked. Research, okay. I think that's clear. I think I've cleared these. No. I've cleared these. And I think I've cleared these. I think. No. No, these I haven't. I've got 1 chance. Bollocks! Do I get 1 more chance? No volunteers remain. Is that it? Things are moving. Oh. Right. Oh! Oh, I'm here now. Oh! Ah, okay, so the player moves around as well. That's interesting. Early access. Okay. Keys and coins. Yeah, we've done that one. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. So... So what it's kind of done, it kind of has saved me. Like, in this section, so... I do have a chance to go through there. That's it. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Yeah? Okay. So the only thing now... right. I've got to look out for... Okay. So do I have... I have 3 volunteers again. Okay. So that's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay. Ah. Ooh. Yep. So I have to find a key. That's clear. That's clear. Nope. I swear to God, I can move with that. I think that was a bit of a waste. So, this guy's worked on Bioshock and Fear. So, I wonder if, and help me out, Steve, you work with the guys on Rooster Teeth? With, I forgot the guys behind it. One is currently streaming. Bah! Oh. Oh, never mind. They'll come back to me. Oh, Nams. Oh, no, not Nams. Huh. Actually can't remember. Okay, so it's this way. So that's clear. Okay, this room is now clear. And this room is clear. Yep. Whoa, sink. Okay, so where are we going now? We are going this way. Okay, light bulb? No. Okay, so we know about that. Nothing, no light bulbs. Okay. So I think we're now into the sort of executive suite area. Is there a light bulb there? Ah! No. Damn. Okay. Sure. So I can't... okay, that room isn't clear. So can I go out this way? I can't. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. So my only way now is through that way, and I've got to find a key. So I think, have I done in here? No. Shit. I've got one more chance. I would like to get further. But I am running out of time, and I don't want to disappoint Steve. Which way? This way. I think. No, this is new way, isn't it? This one! Oh, bollocks. Okay. This one! Damn it! Hey-ya! That's a nuisance. Oh. So everything's moving around again. So where will it put me? Will it keep me in the same area? Or is it going to put me right back at the start? Aha, right. Oh, that's clever. That is fair. That is fair. Now, can I save? No. So I reckon if I get out of this now, that's it. Ooh. Oh, that's there. Okay. And I have, unfortunately, I've run out of time. So let's go back to starting position here. So I'd like to thank Steve and credit everybody behind you know, his workforce, his team. Amazing that you worked on Bioshock 2 and Fear. Was it the would you say the Perseus Mandate? So is that like the expansion for it, I think? And one or two other things as well. So I'm definitely going to try and check out your other games. Was it Far From Home, I think? Or Home Point? Home something? So, yeah. Really good game so far. Nicely worked out. Nicely... Area, environment's brilliant. Worked in Unity. Yeah, go and check it out. It is available on Steam. I'll leave a link in the description below as always. And, as always, if you're new here, do leave a like and subscribe. Liking the channel, or videos rather, does help the channel get boosted and get out there and get noticed a little bit more. And that's what I eventually would like to see. And so there we are. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, everybody, for watching, past, present, and future watchers. Cheerio.